Hello, everyone. My name is Eden.
And I'm Avery.
Welcome back to Mr. English Classroom, where English learning is fun and easy.
What a beautiful day today. I have my cup of tea and life is good.
It really is. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. It helps us a lot.
So, Eden, what are we talking about today? What's our topic?
Today, we are talking about a very important skill for all English learners, thinking in English.
Ah,
Yes, thinking in English. It sounds a little strange, right? But it is maybe the most important step to becoming fluent.
right. Because most people, when they start learning a language, they do a lot of translating in their head.
Exactly. You hear something in English, then you translate it to your native language.
Mm-hmm.
Then you think of a reply in your language, and then you translate that reply back into English.
Wow, that is a lot of steps. It's like a 4-step process just to say hello.
It is. And what's the biggest problem with that, Avery?
It is so slow. It takes forever.
So slow. And real conversations are fast. People don't wait for you to finish translating in your head.
Yeah, that's a really good point. By the time you think of your perfect sentence, the conversation topic has changed.
And now you're talking about the weather, but everyone else is talking about pizza. It can be stressful.
Right. And I think another problem is that sometimes direct translations just sound strange.
Oh, totally. Languages are different. In English, we might say, "What's up?" If you translate that word for word into another language, it probably doesn't make any sense.
People would look up at the ceiling and say, the ceiling is up?
Exactly. So when you stop translating, you start to speak more naturally. You sound more like a native speaker.
So the goal is to think directly in English. When you hear a question in English, your brain thinks of the answer in English.
Yes, no more middleman, no more translation step. It's just English in, English out.
It makes you so much faster in conversations and probably more confident too.
So much more confident. You're not searching for words as much. You're just talking.
Okay, this sounds amazing, but how? How do people start doing this? It sounds really difficult.
That is the big question. And the good news is you can learn it. It's a skill, and you can start really, really small.
Okay, I'm ready. What's tip number 1?
Tip number 1 is to label things in your head. Look around you right now, wherever you are.
Okay, I'm looking. I see a lamp, a desk, a computer.
Perfect. Just say the English word in your mind. Don't say the word in your native language first. Just see the object and think desk. See your phone and think phone.
That's simple. I can do that. It connects the English word directly to the object.
Exactly. You're building a direct connection. You can do this anywhere, on the bus, at the supermarket, in the kitchen.
That's a great start. So after you get good at single words, what's next?
Next, you can make very simple sentences in your head. Instead of just desk, you can think, that is a desk, or my computer is on the desk.
Ah, okay. So I am drinking tea. This tea is warm.
Yes, perfect. They don't have to be complicated sentences. Short and simple is fantastic. You're practicing thinking in full English sentences.
And nobody can hear your thoughts, so it's a safe place to practice. You can make mistakes and it's okay.
That's such an important point, Avery. It is a private, safe space to practice. No judgment.
Okay, so we have labeling objects and then making simple sentences. What's another tip?
Another great tip is to use an English to English dictionary.
Ooh, that's interesting. So not an English to, say, Spanish dictionary, but an English to English one.
Right. When you look up a new word, you read the definition in English. This keeps your brain working in English. You don't leave the English zone.
I love that. The English zone, it forces you to understand the meaning using English words you already know.
It does. It's a fantastic habit to build. It might be a little more difficult at first, but it helps so much in the long run.
That makes total sense. You're building more and more connections inside the English part of your brain.
What about our daily thoughts, Avery? Like when you're thinking about your day?
Ah, you mean your internal monologue, the little voice in your head.
Yes. Try to switch that little voice to English for just 5 minutes a day.
So when I'm walking to the kitchen, instead of thinking in my native language, I could think, I am thirsty. I am going to get a glass of water.
Yes, or I have to remember to buy milk today, or I wonder what time it is. Just your normal, everyday thoughts.
That's a really practical one. You're using the language for real-life situations, even if it's just in your head.
It really is, and it makes the language feel more a part of you, not just something you study in a book.
Okay, I have one more idea.
Ooh, go for it.
What about describing what you see? Like, if you are on a bus, you can look out the window and describe the scene in your head.
Oh, I love that. Like being a sports commentator for everyday life.
Exactly. I see a tall building. A woman is walking her dog. The dog is very small. A red car is turning the corner.
That's a fun game. It makes you use different vocabulary, adjectives, verbs, nouns, everything.
Right. And you start to think more creatively in English.
So let's review our tips. We have start small by labeling objects around you.
Then make simple sentences about those objects.
Use an English to English dictionary to stay in the English zone.
Right. And try to think your everyday thoughts in English even for just a few minutes.
And finally, play the commentator game and describe the world around you.
Those are some really great practical tips. And the most important thing is probably just to be patient, right?
Oh, absolutely. Be patient with yourself. You have been translating for a long time. It's a strong habit. It will take time to change it.
Yeah, it won't happen overnight. But if you practice a little bit every day,
It will get easier and easier. And one day you will realize you just had a whole thought in English without even trying. It's an amazing feeling.
that's the moment you know you're really making progress. It's a huge step towards fluency.
It really is. So to all our listeners, we encourage you to try it. Pick one of these tips and try it today for just 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes. That's all. It's a small step that can make a huge difference.
Well, I think that's a great place to stop for today. That was a lot of useful information. But before we sign off, I was thinking we could quickly touch on another fun but sometimes tricky part of English.
I agree. Thank you all so much for listening.
Join us next week for another episode.
Of Mr. English Classroom.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.